Hi, everybody. It's Kindle Fire here on the Carnival Jubilee, and you're listening to the Carnival Cruising Podcastaways.
I don't have any audio. I'm having the Reese issue.
Hello there, and welcome to Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. This is Gary, and we've kicked off Trevor and Jen, and it's just me and Tom. So welcome. We're going to have a great time. Thanks for joining, and here we go.
Yay. I had no
Trevor's
audio.
Back.
And he didn't even let the drums go.
Dut.
It was right there, too. It was almost.
It wasn't?
Yeah.
I just hit stop because I had no clue. I couldn't hear nothing. Hang on a second.
In 2025, prepare to...
I don't hear nothing.
That's like, you should have let that play. That's a great advertisement for something that's coming up next month.
Oh, man. Well, and that's, yeah.
Well, here, let's see if I play it, do you hear it?
In 2025, prepare to go presidential as the Podcastaways Gary Manning. And
Just Gary Manning. That's all we know.
Nothing. Not a thing.
Gary Manning is going to be on the Dudes Cruise February 13th. Make sure you come with me. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to be there. I'll go.
Oh,
with
are
Gary.
you?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you backed out with that other guy.
No, I'm not like that other guy. I didn't back out.
Well, we are auctioning his bed off, though, right?
We are. We got it cheap. So
we did.
I mean,
we did.
We actually tricked him and told him it was like way higher price than it was. So
And so he paid for a whole lot more than what he should
Y'all
have.
did y'all remember to buy the pineapple decorations for the door?
Well,
I have so many pineapple decorations, dude.
That particular fruit decoration is now banned on Carnival.
Really?
Yeah.
Pineapples are banned on Carnival?
You are, from what I remember, from what I read a few weeks ago, and there was a big rigmarole about it, you are not allowed to hang upside down pineapples on your door anymore.
Now, does that include like pineapple in the buffet area too? Or is that why they're not putting pineapple on pizza there?
Well, personally, I feel pineapple on pizza is just fantastic.
This conversation just went wild.
Pineapple on pizza does not is a sin against humanity.
I bet you know what's really, really good too? Pineapple on a hamburger.
Ooh, yeah. Or on a chicken burger.
What if you put pineapple on the pepperoni pizza that comes from Guy's Burgers on the Carnival Firenze and the Venezia?
Ooh. What about pineapple upside down cake with ice cream on it?
Well, we should have that every night without the ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream optional. Like but I want to bring up something.
Back to auctioning off Brandon's bed.
Back to auctioning off Brandon's bed. So we're putting the bidding in at I think $1. So we're
not expecting much.
We'll run that up. So hey, I did find something that it bothered me from last week. So I had brought up about photobombing.
Yes.
And Mr. Kennedy. And so here it is.
Oh, there it is.
True.
Yes. Wow. In true captain fashion.
Yeah.
Dude, wow.
I love it because
it's like fall down.
I know. I don't know how he got
that far over. Yeah. It was a much younger Tom.
It was a much. He had limbered up for limbo.
I believe that's the same cruise I made the mermaid screen.
It might have been. This might be one of those photos, but I will say it's my favorite cruising photo, and that's why it's in the Carnival frame.
No, my favorite one is the one where you and I are with the little photo-esque girl in Cosmo, and and Megan is like side eyeing us.
Yeah.
That's a
We've got
good
our
one.
arms around her, and Megan's going.
Yep.
Oh man, but I will say that is hilarious.
See, I feel that this one,
That one,
That is a good
fantastic.
one. Yes. But it kind of looks like Gary wants to do the king of the world
Mhm.
and Trevor's trying to hold me back.
Yes, I'm trying to.
to
Well, we
Here's the
just
one
took a
where-
photo. Yeah, I was about to say we just took this.
I was
photo.
trying to get over the rail, and we had the drone flying on the outside of the ship, and Trevor grabbed me as I was trying to get over the rail.
I'm a hero.
I don't know why we're on the ship, but yet the sunset is behind us.
It was
ship-
funny.
The ship
Yeah.
should be behind us.
Yeah. So when we went to take these,
We're trying to climb onto the ship.
we saw the thing, and I was like, dude, I've done the ship rail so many times, and I was like, no. And then like we went ahead and did it, and the guy was kind of like rolled his eyes and was like, all right, let's take some photos. And then he started directing us. I think he started having fun.
He was like, how about if you did this? And what if you did this? And it was like, oh my gosh. So I'll post those pictures to our Facebook group. I have not posted them as of yet, but I will.
They're hilarious.
Do my best to remember.
If anyone in the cult wants to post some of their funny pictures, go to the group and post them underneath Gary's original.
That's
photo.
it. Exactly. We'll
Yes.
start a thread. And I mean, there might even be some fruit pictures.
Some
Like
fruit
pineapple,
or oranges.
Maybe
oranges,
some
and
apples. Kiwis, man. Kiwis.
mango.
I always think of kiwi. I think of something. Yeah. I think those little, those furry fruits that are like that big
That's what they are.
with the green stuff in the middle. Oh, that's a kiwi. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
that is a
Okay.
kiwi.
Okay, good. So
It's not a pineapple. I know that.
okay. Man, pineapples are a rough fruit, dude. They got
Yeah,
some
it is.
serious like spikes on them and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Facebook group,
Mhm.
I had announced last week that we were doing some contests. And so
If
I
you're a
think
first time listener, we will get to content here in a moment.
we will.
Sometime we don't know when.
And I did something. You guys talked about it, here or there through the show. And basically I did a prize, and the contest, we don't announce what the contest is until the show actually comes out. And the contest usually comes out now on Sundays. And so
It comes on Sundays now.
well, the contest.
Okay.
We give everybody time, the first day to be able to even see the show.
Let me
And-
real quick. I just want to. Jen just sent us a text. She's getting before dinner drinks right now. She knows we're recording, but yet she's sending texts to tell us she's getting before dinner drinks.
Thank you, Jen. So the question was, how many times did Trevor take a drink during the episode? And I put hint, the video is on Spotify. And what's funny is
Nobody went and watched it.
yeah. What's funny is we had some really close people. No one got it exactly, but I did have some rules that I posted in there. And I said it has to be in the form of a question. So your
Mhm.
answer must be in the form of a question. And then if you
But
win, reach out with the DM. And
In the
we'll-
post, though, you said that how many sips did Trevor take?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
So,
we don't know who Trevor is, though, because Trevor was not in the last episode.
oh, he was. I was there. Everyone knows who I am.
Oh, see, that's why I said who was Trevor,
Yeah.
because you introduced yourself even as T-Dog.
Yeah, I know. So it's not hard to figure out. I'm the one that doesn't shut up. So hang on, I've got a cat. All right.
We know you got
Yeah,
you got
God.
several cats.
I know, and I'm just amongst them right now. So I decided that I'm going to award the person that followed the rules and got the closest without going over.
Oh,
And-
really? Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. And I'm
Because my 11T7, I'm sure, was the right answer.
11T7 was very, very close, but
See?
it wasn't as close as Melissa Galloway, who said, "What is 10?" And so I accept that answer.
11D7's closer. No,
No,
You didn't
no.
form it in the form of a question, though.
I
That's
did
true.
too. I said, "What is
did you?
11D7?"
Oh, never mind. My
Well,
bad.
I follow the rules on both of my answers. Thank you very
And
much.
Sammy clarified that 11D7 must be like 117. So so it's because of Sammy you lost. So
Well, I also gave 2 answers, and you said I was only allowed to answer once.
Yeah.
So I will relinquish. I will relinquish the prize and let
gracious.
Melissa have it.
Man,
yes.
I thought mine was the closest.
So Melissa, as soon as
you went over
hear
by
this-
2. You went over by 2, Thomas.
yeah. So Melissa, reach out to me and over on the Facebook group, and I will
Do
get
not
your
send them a
address.
PM.
That way I can go ahead and get that sent to you. Don't post it in the group, or you might get like random mail from other people. So we don't want
Me a
that.
PM, and I'll text it to Trevor because he never checks his PMs. There's
You know,
another.
that's also true. It may take a minute for me to get it, but I will get it out.
If he doesn't know your phone number, he won't answer your text either.
Exactly.
No, I don't even check them. So
He's that blue dot. He's that
although-
blue dot snooty snoot.
I will say I have done very well right now. I have 8 emails and only 25 missed text messages.
Well, that's way better than what it used to be.
Yeah,
know.
way better.
2025, new Trevor.
I know.
I mean, at one point you had over 100,000 emails.
Yeah. Do you know how long it took
Crazy
to
to
clear
think.
that out?
Crazy to think that there was that. I mean, just
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely insane.
But anyway, so to the content, it also keep an eye out this Sunday. I will be posting another question about this episode. So all right. We are currently 22 minutes into this recording. Of course, we're recording a pre-show and some other stuff, but 22 minutes, man, 22 minutes sounds 22. Just remember that, guys. 22. So
What's so
22?
big?
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
So
22 is not even. That's like the number of sips that you did last week.
oh yeah, 21 was the number of sips.
Was it? I thought
Yeah,
I
it
counted
really was.
22.
It was there's there may be a rounding error or something. I don't know what you'd call it. Just
22 is the number of flavors in a Dole
22.
pineapple whip.
22.
What? It's the number of flavors in an adult.
No, of a Dole pineapple whip.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's 22 different flavors of it. Right?
That's pretty neat. You know what else is pretty neat? Booking a cruise without a PvP or a TA.
It can get interesting. It can get interesting.
It could
We
get
don't
very
recommend this, but there are people who still do.
I personally, I was one of those people for a very, very long time.
interesting.
And there's also some person sitting on our panel, not today, she's on a ship right now, but who refuses to use one.
There you go.
Jen. Sorry.
And I will tell you that for me, the reason that I did it was because I did not want to be a bother to anybody else.
Yeah.
Even though that's their job.
Exactly. I mean, and then once I learned about, I that's the thing. Like, instead of calling to make a payment, like for like my house or my car payment or whatever, I go onto the website and I make a payment on the website. Instead of going into Verizon to pay my cell phone bill, I pay the payment through the app on my phone. Only because I guess you could just say I don't like human interaction.
Well,
But
see,
yeah, I'm in a podcast.
If I go to Walmart, I choose to go to the register with a person in it.
Yeah. Now,
see, yeah, and I do both. I'll go through both ways. I do both. Like there's sometimes if the self checkout lines are backed up, I'll go to the the employee checkout where they check you out, or if vice versa, if they're backed up, then I don't mind going to the self checkout. But I try always to do a person checkout.
self checkout 100% all the
Yeah.
time. I go into a store and they don't have it, I turn around and leave that store.
See,
I'm kidding.
If they would give us a discount for doing the self checkout like they did when they first did self serve.
See, and that was kind of what I was, yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking about. Wow, you're going way back whenever you talk about full service, self service, and getting a discount to do self serve at the gas station. That's way, 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 way back. But I was thinking that was a way, and the reason why that I would book with myself or through the Carnival website whenever I was booking my cruises. I mean, we took several cruises before I actually started using my PVP. And then after I started using her, like I bragged to everybody about her because she was just so amazing and she made life so much easier and so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, like there's so much thing you got to remember if you're booking by yourself, and it's like one of my friends, God rest his soul, he passed away last year or the year before last. He was trying to book a cruise. He was talking to me about booking a cruise, and I told him, let me know. I have a good TA and I have a good PVP. And about 20 minutes after I left his house, he's texting me saying I booked a cruise, and then he realized he needed at least a semi ADA accessible room because he was ambulatory, but he still needed accessible because he had a broken back. But he did when he went to go look at it because he didn't know he had to put that stipulation in.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he went to go look at it, he lost the discount that he got, and he couldn't actually find a room that was ADA accessible.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
In the interior class anyway, so he had to go to a ocean view.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say that the one and only time I've booked without a TA or a PVP, I booked on my own, and it was like Mr. Manning was saying, like I was booking just out of like the convenience of just me doing it versus them doing it. Like I had my PVP and I thought, well, I'm going to do this and they're going to get credit for it. And I'm just going to go ahead and get it booked. And then I'll let them know, whatever, if I have any questions.
And then my PVP calls me and complains and gets on to me because I did that.
Yeah.
Because why? She knew certain things that I would like or I wouldn't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's funny because like I was telling I had questions about my cruise and I wasn't sure like if this was like going to be set up the way it needed to be. And one of the things that I did was I called her and I was just like, hey, like I didn't see this when I was doing it. And she was like, hold up, you booked something. Yeah, you booked and you didn't let me know. And I was
PVP
like,
or PVP or TA?
This is my PVP.
Okay, see, my PVP called me the next morning after I booked that night, and she called me the next morning and was like, "Why did you book this cruise?"
Well, and I booked it and then had questions, and so
like you're questioning your TA or PVP about your pineapple allergy.
Yeah. Well, Megan has a feather. Like a room, that's why I was calling. And
no. She doesn't have a pillow allergy.
Yes,
she has. No, she doesn't. You can cut
anyway.
that out.
Well, I can tell you that she does not have a pineapple allergy because I've seen her eat all kinds of pineapple on the Venezia.
Yes. Well, And nothing's getting cut out of this episode because it continues. I'm not editing tonight. So I just want
Pineapple.
you guys to know.
That's my safe word.
That's your safe word?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I called her and she was, upset that I did not do it. You guys are a mess. And I'm gonna let you guys finish.
Sorry, I just that struck me so funny because this is like out of the blue. I mean, that could be a good safe word because
It really is, because that is like out of the blue.
Oh my gosh, tears.
So.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hey, you're holding a pineapple.
Yep.
He had a pineapple drink cup last week too.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
It's up there, but I always put this one up right here.
And you put it upside down too.
Yeah, it's upside down. So,
oh my gosh, we can't stop going off a track. We got to stay focused and get this done.
I'm not the one. So, anyways, but I will say this is the last bit. My PvP had actually went through and she was able to file something, and she took over my booking and got credit for the sell. So they have so much time that they're able to do that. And so
and there is that as well. Yeah, they didn't get that's one reason that Denise called me was because she was like, "Hey, why did you book this?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take some money away from you." And she goes, "No, it's okay, I can take it over." But the cool and the best part about it, we had a thing in our group text this past week where there was a guy who posted on some group page about his TA not being she was on vacation or something, so he called Carnival. Carnival charged him $200 to make a change to his cruise. If you do not book with a PVP or a TA and you have to make those changes, Carnival charges that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I cannot tell you, even on one cruise, our family cruise, excuse me, our family cruise, we changed the actual cruise that we booked one time, and we changed room assignments one time. And because we had extra family that decided they wanted to come. So both of those times, my PVP got the $200 fee waived. Yeah. So if you book without a PVP, or especially PVP, I'm sure travel agents are able to work their magic as well and get those fees kind of, taken away or not put on. Well, but that's one of those things that you're going to look at having is all of those things that happen to you without, if you make changes.
Yeah. The wild thing in his case was that this guy he went to Google and searched Carnival Cruise Line customer service, and he got a scam center. And what they did is they just answer with like customer service, and he's like, "Is this Carnival?" "Yeah, of course it is." And they go off with whatever, and they'll be like, "All right, that's $200. Give me your credit card information." They run a credit card, everything. It's pre-authorized, whatever you want to say. They get it done, and then they make it harder for you to do like things like chargebacks and all that stuff, and then they go through and steal your money. And most of the time you don't even figure out that it's been done until you go on and check your account and realize, well, nothing's been changed. And so this guy was almost going on a cruise.
I don't want to be like that guy, but I am always that guy. I just went in and typed Carnival Cruise Line customer service. That's it right there. I mean, that's the number that you call.
Yeah.
And it tells you not to call any other line.
Yeah. But if you go clicking on things and go to like page 3, you're going to find the scams.
Let me tell you this part, okay? And now this is all speculation. This has not been confirmed. Teresa had a lady call her last week or 2 weeks ago. She had called Carnival and called this number and had booked a cruise with Carnival, but had not held a cruise, but had not put any deposit down or anything like that. This number gave her, she booked 2 cabins. They gave her 2 booking numbers. She gave those numbers to Teresa. And when Teresa put them in, those booking numbers were not actual booking numbers. When Teresa called Carnival said that does not follow the format of our booking numbers.
So this is another thing that scammers do. So let's say I call or let's say either Carnival calls me or I call Carnival, and let's say I call the wrong number first, and then they say, well, hey, let me give you a call right back on our authorized, whatever line. And that way, it's more secure and whatnot. And so, because we're going to be using credit card information. And then they call back and it'll be that 1-800 number, because they do what's called phone spoofing.
And exactly.
When they spoof that phone number, it looks just like Carnival is calling you, and it'll say that on your phone. And your phone will record that phone number. And so that's how a lot of bill collectors will call you from a town that is like 2 towns away from you. So they're spoofing phone numbers in order to appear to be a local person calling you. And so these are all tactics and things that they use, and to appear legitimate in order to scam people. And it is and
this is another reason why having a PVP, because you get that direct number to your PVP that you have to call, or your travel agent, because again, you have that direct number to where you're able to call that travel agent.
I know my travel agent's voice. I know that if Dan is from India, is answering her calls,
filling in for your PVP just by chance.
Just like, hey, she's out and I'm handling it now. No, you're not.
Well, I mean, if you're like Gary, you know where your TA is 24 hours a day.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I don't know where they're at all the time, 24 hours a day, but I do know where my TA is. I don't know where my TA is currently, truthfully. I have an idea.
Yeah.
But you don't know for sure.
All right. Hold on a second. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, that is a fine example of why you would probably want to use someone and that's not to say that
if you don't use one, it's not a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You just got to keep certain things in mind to know what you need to do when you're not doing it.
Yeah. If you run into an issue and you've got to rebook, or you got to change something, or you got to go to that phone queue that you're calling that Carnival helpline, and you're going to be sitting on the phone waiting. And so it's just, it could be a quick phone call, or it could be a really long one.
And TAs can do, well, I don't know about TA, but PVPs, mine, before I changed to travel agents, would call me if a price drop and have me fill out the paperwork.
Yeah. Fine example. Right now, Dude's Cruise, we have an upgrade available. Gary, were you aware? We do, actually. So we can upgrade to a balcony for about $600.
What? I'm opening it now just to see, because
I looked at it, I laughed for about 15 minutes and then logged out.
Exclusive stateroom upgrade available for booking number, blah, blah, blah. I will not read that booking number on the air.
Why not?
Nor will I share it. Oh, it's only $514.
Oh, 514. Sorry.
You could. All right. So this is their sale. Right.
Yeah.
Enjoy sunrise and sunset at sea every day from your balcony. Feel the view. Enjoy the outdoors with a sea breeze. Lounge chairs.
You could actually go in and like see what they're offering too. Oops, I did not mean to hit that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. It's a balcony in the front location, upper deck, 6235.
It doesn't have other options at the top where you can click through.
That's what I'm looking through right now to see if there's any other ones. It looks like that's the only option
The only
right
one.
now, though. Yeah. However, going from deck 2 to deck 6,
not worth $500.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know about being at the front of the ship. Teresa and I take that back. We were on the front of the ship when we were on the Spirit, and we didn't have a bad time.
Nah. At this point, and we may do this another time, but placement on the ship isn't that big a deal for me.
I did front of the ship on either the Breeze or the Magic one time, and it was one of those interior rooms with a view. It's one of the picture windows, over the secret deck, and this is the first time I ever had to take Bonine to keep me from getting sick.
See, yeah, and it's just one of those questions that I have. Now, I will say there are 3 rooms that are available, all on deck 6, that are at the front of the ship that we have the opportunity to grab. All 3 of them. We got 6226, 6221, and 6235.
Can we have all 3 for the $500? And then we can all have our own room.
Well, whoever gets Brandon, I guess we hopefully this will be available after Brandon's bed's auctioned off.
Yeah,
and and that person can decide if they want to even throw in a little bit extra. And because right now, let's see what that is. I don't know what the 514 divided by 3 is actually.
So I posted about the bed auction. I posted about the bed auction on our secret site.
171, but yeah.
And the bidding's already up to $3.
Hey.
So
we're moving on up. I mean, it's already paid for, so this is just casino money for us.
I know, right?
I mean, it's kind of like that kid that was on Reddit last week or whenever it was this week, asking people to go on the cruise with them for free.
Yeah.
Oof, that was something else. I don't know. That was crazy. But so back to so to our topic though, if you do book without a PVP and you book without a travel agent, a TA, a travel advisor, whatever you want to call them, do know that you will have, if you have to call Carnival, you're waiting in queue. If you need to make a change, you're more than likely going to have to pay a fee. If you and the other side of it is with the travel agent, with a PVP, at least a good one, they're keeping an eye out on prices for you.
Yeah.
And
this is an actual photo I found on the internet and printed it out of somebody that had to wait in that queue and they were trying to jump overboard. So it's terrible.
Thought we already had looked at
we did, but I was bringing it back.
How many times can Trevor show that picture?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that would be the question this week. Oh,
ruin it.
Whoops. Sorry.
Oh, darn.
Okay.
Well, at least none of them had any kind of fruits in them.
Yeah. I mean,
is it the same picture you keep showing?
Yeah, same one.
That's my peacock on acid shirt, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
I thought Trevor had a pineapple suit on, but I guess that's not pineapple.
No,
anymore.
it's cats.
Cats.
Meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yep, yeah.
That is a good one. We didn't show this one.
That one, yes. That's another. Yeah, well, I was going to put all those. I was going to post those in the group, but you can ruin it by just showing everybody now.
Okay. Who's that handsome guy?
Well, I missed it. I was oh, you got that one too? Awesome.
You got a wallet-sized picture.
Yeah, it came with it, so
It comes with it. Yeah.
yeah.
Look at that picture. That's awesome.
I don't like the thing that's right behind my ear there. It looks like I've got like old man hair sticking out.
Oh, I like the girl giving you peace sign behind it, photobombing you.
Yeah.
Looks like she's throwing up a peace sign. Is she literally throwing up a peace sign? Turn it around and look at it.
I think she's just sitting there.
What's that? What looks like she's doing like this? Maybe that's like
Looks
that's
the
the
shocker.
It's the chair back. It's the chair back.
Yeah, it's her hand is cut off, like you can't see the whole hand.
But okay.
So,
well, I know we also talked about covering some other things.
Yeah.
Other than covering, but my advice to you is, do know if you come out with a cruise, booking a cruise without having the help of a TA or a PVP, be prepared for, like I said, waiting in line if you call. But it's possible to do without. I mean, you can go on to carnival.com, book that cruise, and make your payments and do all of that stuff and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
However, having that TA, having that PVP makes it a lot easier on you when it comes time to change things.
So,
I agree.
Really?
Surrounded by cats.
Sorry. I was before the show, I was cleaning out the storage bin I have, and I found all my teacher Trevor stuff. And that was one of them. That was my
Can I ask you all a question?
Oh, sorry.
I won't give you. I'm not Radio Shack. I may not have the answer.
Well, I just want to know: do you guys think
Radio
that Elegant Night is has outlived its usefulness on on cruises?
Man,
that's a okay. That's a loaded question. So this is what I'll say about the Elegant Nights. So there are times I like getting dressed up. I like putting a suit on and strutting my stuff. Most of the time I just feel like a fat guy in a suit and
fat guy in a little.
Yeah.
See, here's my deal though. I wear a shirt and tie every day to work.
Yeah. And that I'm perfectly okay if you do not show up or do not show out for Elegant Night. So if you come to Elegant Night and you have your shorts on and a t-shirt.
Oh, I wear jeans. I wear khakis and a polo.
Well, do that then. That's, to me, that is Elegant Night.
Well, yeah. I mean, our good friend Josh over at Have Luggage Will Travel, he's been on this show several times.
Mm-hmm.
He wears a suit every day to work. When he gets on a cruise, he's not wanting to bring it. He's not bringing a suit. Yeah. He's not wearing, and he says that, and he will not dress up nice. All right. He will wear a nicer shirt. He doesn't wear a tank top and shorts to Elegant Night.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm definitely not dressed. I'm not wearing a suit. There's just no way. Yeah. And I get that.
I mean, because yeah, like there are a ton of people who, you're on vacation. I don't really want to dress up, because I do it every day to go in the office.
Oh my gosh, guys, I have to share this.
It's ADHD podcast.
I know.
I'm so excited. I cannot even. I hit the wrong button. I hit stop. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. My gosh. No, seriously, this is insane. Look right there in the center. Can you see it? It's my name.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see what's right above it?
More comments?
No, below that. It's a top fan badge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I got a top fan badge.
That's what this is for.
You've never gotten a top fan badge for his page before?
No.
Oh God.
We love you, Gary.
We love you, man. So back to the actual podcast. So I totally get. I don't think though. Okay, so I don't think that. I don't think that the doing away with Elegant Night though.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
Is
And that's what this OP said. You know, the OP was like, it's past its sell by date. And I don't think so. I think it's still there. It's a good idea. It's very, because there are people who enjoy dressing up so much that why would you want to take that away from them?
Yeah. That 100%. Elegant Night is me and Megan, our only time for us to go and get fancy photos and have a good time. And so we have like so many like photos over, like I've got one right over here of us and the kids. We've got some in the bedroom, just like really nice photo. And we switch them out sometimes because we've got so many now. We've gotten them framed and all that. And it's just one of those things that's like, you know, but I could care less if anyone else on the ship is doing it. It's one of those things.
Well, I'm sure other people on the ship are doing it, but I mean, why would you want to know if people are doing it?
Yeah.
Elegant Night.
See, I don't, you know, because of the way I feel, you know, wearing, you know, khakis and a polo.
That's what I wear. Yep.
I don't think that people who choose to dress up more, like dressing to the nines, tuxes and evening dresses, or you know, a suit and a cocktail dress or something, I don't think they should look down on those who, you know, they do this and they you know, they're on vacation. They do the, you know, they dress up every day. They don't.
But that doesn't mean every person that dresses up is looking down on everyone else.
Well, I mean, there are those who there are those who, you know, message John saying they should be, you know, turn away if you don't wear a tux or a suit, you know.
Yeah, and John does a really good job of shutting them down every time. And so it's just one of those that there's going to be people that, you know, that are naysayers on stuff, but it doesn't matter. Like we showed up in pajamas to brunch, C-Day brunch. There are tons of comments about people who hate people who show up in pajamas.
Yeah, I remember the talk about the, you know, it was back in season 3 or 4 where a group of family wanted to go to breakfast on Christmas morning. In their pajamas.
Yeah, I think that was the beginning of season 3, and like, but seriously, like that's one of those things that I what other families are doing on a cruise, that's not my business.
Megan and Trevor did it
several times,
and we were watching.
No.
It was weird.
That's why you guys needed a pineapple on the door.
Yeah. Well, and those of you who are not watching on Spotify, you're confused right now. But he was showing photos of Megan and I kissing and them watching. It was a weird photo we took, and that's why I felt weird about it.
But it was so awesome, though. And that was another one of those that the guy was like, "Hey, kiss." And we were like, well, okay, we're not kissing.
Watch.
We're going to watch.
It was like, what? Okay. So, but yeah.
I do agree. I think that, and now I've also seen the topic of having, because on the Venezia, perfect example, there were 3 dining rooms on the Venezia. There was the one dining room that had the 2 levels in the back that was anytime dining. And then they had the assigned dining that was at the front of the ship. that was a lot smaller. It was a very, very small restaurant, which was very surprising to me. And you had to walk through it to get, you actually literally would walk through it while people were eating to get to the atrium.
Now,
Really?
Yeah, it was so crazy because I wasn't sure if I could. And like I watched and like people were just walking through, and there were literally like there was just a path that went straight through to where you could walk through during dinner to get to the atrium. And I think it was on deck 3, but it was just very odd. But I will say this though, people have said take one of those and make that the formal night, you know, like a formal dining room. You know, because almost all ships have that. From what I know at least all ships have top floor, bottom floor dining rooms. What it seems like. I need to. I know fake news. Flash it. But there's a chance that I think that that's the case, and so why not make one of those dining rooms strictly formal and make it all week for people?
I know all the dream class and above all have at least 2 dining rooms.
Yeah, but
XLs do. I know that much.
I think the problem you're going to run into is depending on the cruise and the people that are on it, you're never going to know if one dining room is going to be enough for everyone that's going to be either doing one or the other. So you're still going to run into issues or changing people's time or having incredible wait times for one or the other. It could be it could impact, you know, both depending 100%. On the number of people.
Yep. I think, and I'd be curious. I mean, obviously there's no way to actually, until you get on that ship and you were to do a poll on that ship and start it open and figure it out. But I would be honest. I mean, I think personally, just by seeing the number of people who do not dress up compared to the number of people who do dress up, that number would be huge in difference. Now, honestly,
I don't remember if we said, was this posted over on Cruise Critic? That because they're always
John's page.
Wait, what did they say to John Heald? Don't make me come over there and fight you. I'll fight you.
Really? Right here, John Heald. Cruise Elegant is past. We've even posted and this is where I showed you that I was a top fan.
Why
you just wanted that segue?
Yeah,
I did.
It was bad. It was bad.
It wasn't. I'm trying to legitimately get you guys.
So poor. And I was waiting for you to play it while I was showing my page, you know, my badge.
But see, the key is you were waiting.
Well, I do know. Yeah, well, this is true.
Now that we've already played it, though, I do want to bring something else up, though. This was a John Heald post that he did, and it is.
Wait, what did they say to John Heald? Don't make me come over there and fight you. I'll fight you.
Really?
Really? I didn't do it. I was actually reading it. I looked over and I was like, oh, he did it.
I saw you. If you watch on, you can't see it on Spotify because you don't see our faces, but we have ours in our in the queue where we could see 3, and I saw you still reading and it was playing, and I was like, and he can't hear it. He doesn't have audio, so he doesn't know it's playing.
So I was like, oh, he got me. So it says we have platinum status for our last 5 cruises, so we could take our luggage to the cabin and leave it upon boarding. No crew members have ever standing in front of those heavy doors saying "Do not enter." They are very heavy, and there should be a Carnival employee standing at each door to open it for us. It is too heavy for most packs to do this. Snoot. All right. I also suspect some people without platinum status also took their luggage to the cabin early, which is just not right. Can you confirm who is allowed and who does not? So I just want to put it out there those doors are very heavy, and I'm not agreeing to an extent here. I do agree that the doors are heavy. Everything else they posted is just ridiculous. You know how many Carnival staff you would need on every floor for every door?
3,
You would need
4.
both sides of the.
I mean, you would need six employees per deck, and
that's assuming that there's only, because there's some ships that have like a random way up that is like, you know what I mean? Like there's too much. You can't have one employee. That's
a lot though. I mean, you're probably you're in the area of 10 to 12 employees that would just be standing there to be a door person for you.
I think it'd be more than that.
I don't know that.
Well, per floor, 10 to 12 per floor, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's wild.
And then there's
an Excel class,
maybe 5 decks of rooms. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you're probably in that area. You could be up 30 to 50 employees that you would need.
Also, I love that I have the benefit to be able to go drop my stuff off whenever I want. It's a heavy door; you have to pull it open. So, but I'm like, I just go through and do it, and people, they're always kind of like, skittish on doing that. And it's like, dude, just go put your stuff. No one's going to say anything to you. Yeah. Like if you're gold or a red card or anything, don't try to do it.
We do not recommend going to your room and putting your luggage up if you are not a platinum, a diamond, a suite, faster to the fun. Those packages are the ones who are allowed to put their luggage in their room early.
And it's only you're only supposed to drop and then you leave.
Exactly.
No rumpy pumpy.
No, yeah, don't hang out. Just throw your stuff in. That's how you do it. You throw your stuff up and leave. Oh man,
Gary just left.
That's my New Year's resolution, is be a man of the people. So
buy out all the faster the fun.
But here's the thing. That I've been doing this for the past year and a half, 2 years, but I've never said it because I don't want somebody doing it and saying, I heard on Carnival Cruising Podcastaways.
No, that's why we educate them. Where does SpongeBob live?
In a pineapple
under the sea. So,
and what's the best topping on top of pizza?
Not pineapple.
Anchovies that swim in the sea.
Grilled or smoked pineapple's the best.
On top of a hamburger. I'm telling you, dude. If you've never had pineapple on a hamburger, 100% you need to try it.
That's actually really good. So is pineapple on pizza as well, though. So just know that I do want to say that before we get off here, I do want to say this is part of my exit here. Our hearts go out to everybody that are affected by the wildfires in California. It is tragic what is going on out there. I was looking at some of the stuff last night and about bawled my eyes out. Seriously. Just know that you are unique, you are special, and you are loved.
And remember, pineapple does not go on pizza. Bye.
819 hours. Burrito from Blue Iguana Breakfast in my hands.
Shave the foosball tables. Bye-bye.
And Jen would say 6 inches of snow. I'll take that.